Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. So this week we're going to do something a little bit different. We don't have any cakes or dessert sculptures unfortunately today. As you know, that's usually my thing, but I do have a couple of projects coming up. I have to make 2 cake slash dessert sculptures for a customer, and that's due in about 2 weeks. And then I also have my mom's birthday, my sister-in-law's birthday, my husband's birthday, all kind of converging into like 1.5 weeks worth of time. And so I thought I'd kind of use this time that I have now, instead of doing an own personal project that would take a long time, to use it to sort of like plan everything out. Anyways, I digress. So for this video, we won't be making anything edible, but we will still be crafting and doing some art projects. As you know, it is Halloween season. It is the end of September, but for me, Halloween season starts around like in August, so it has definitely begun. I moved into a new place, like I had mentioned in a previous video, and I feel like we get more trick-or-treaters here. The neighborhoods we used to live in before, I would never put decorations like outside of our front doorway, like no pumpkins, no wreaths, nothing like that, because the probability of them getting like damaged or stolen or anything like that was really high. Unfortunately, that was just the state of the neighborhoods I used to live in. And now I live in this like super suburban, serene, peaceful place, and I definitely want to take advantage of that. Like in my old neighborhood, we would never ever get trick-or-treaters at all. They'd all go to like the really nice big houses like up the street, of course, because they're probably passing out full-size candy bars. I wanted to do a Halloween decorative craft, and that is a wreath. I did look online to just like easily buy one off of like Michael's and Amazon, but they weren't really my style, and I also felt like they were pretty expensive. Gosh. No hate on the people making them, just I wouldn't want to pay so much for something that I didn't really like. And so I thought I'd go ahead and make my own, and I did go on Pinterest and find an image or a couple of images that I really liked, and I'll make sure to like post them on the screen now. So I went ahead and picked up a few items from Michael's, like separate items, including this wreath, which is made out of branchy like materials, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to replicate or like take most of the items seen in the pictures that I liked and make my own wreath. And then, but yeah, I'll be taking like a lot of the items I saw from the pictures I liked and creating them on my own. Like I bought like little skeletons, but like all the other features I'll be making out of clay. And so I thought this is a good opportunity for another video. So unfortunately it's not edible, but I mean, if you like horror and whatnot, I'm sure you love Halloween. And so I thought it was still fitting and hopefully something that you might find enjoyable. So let's go ahead and get started. But of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. All right, here we go. So full transparency, I actually started on making some of the elements yesterday. And so I'll go ahead and insert the clips. But I wanted to show you all the things that I got from Michael's and things that I collected around the house that I'll be using for the wreath. So the wreath itself, of course, I had ordered like a spooky tree, like a wreath pick that looks like a spooky tree, but they ran out, and so they had to cancel that item from my like checkout. But I decided I have a backyard and I have trees outside. Why don't I go ahead and collect twigs and make my own spooky tree? And I went ahead and did that. And so here it is. Sorry, my orange water bottle is everywhere, isn't it? Okay, so here it is. So it's not like super tree-ish, but I think it definitely has the effect. And the best part is that I just like slammed my hand into it and like broke a piece off of it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue it back on. I used a hot glue gun yesterday to kind of put it together. And then I'm gonna go ahead and paint this black, and it's going to look even better than the canceled item that I had originally intended to buy. I also have like some fairy lights left over from my wedding crafts. This is some Sculpey. I started making the gravestones and the pumpkins, which I will be continuing today, but it's in this little baggie for now. Some skeleton dudes. A collection variety of moss that I had. Some twine just to hang the wreath up. Some acrylic paint, my little paint pan. This is actually the cover of like a mooncake tin that I used, but I found it was perfect to use for painting. And then a random box of goodies, including paintbrushes, little mini spatula, some twine, my hot glue gun that I'll need to assemble this whole guy and make it come together. Step number 1, repair the tree. I plugged in my hot glue gun, so we just have to wait like 2 minutes, not even crazy long. But while we wait, I want to show you the collection of Halloween bowls I got. This was from Dollar Tree, super flimsy. Yeah, not the greatest quality, but it's a cat, so it's cute. And then these two I actually got from Ralph's. This one has like little ghosties and kitties on it. I thought it was super cute. And this has like fun little treats and eyeballs and wormies and pumpkins. And this is like the most standard stuff, but I never had this growing up. Explains why I'm so obsessed with Halloween now, because it was so restricted in the past. I had pretty religious parents, or mostly a very religious mom who feared Halloween, and now she's created a monster. So anyways, I just thought they were really cute. Now to glue. These are the completed gravestones. Not completed, but they're baked, and so they're ready to paint, and then they'll be completed. Here's the spooky skeleton one, the ultra religious cross one, and the one that says that classic RIP, and I also did little cracks to give it more of a spooky effect. Yeah, these are done, and now I just have to work on making little pumpkins. I actually already portioned out the pumpkin sizes I wanted because I had extra time to kill, and I thought, why the heck not? So now I just have to go in and give them little faces and make them actually look like pumpkins. As always, I use Pinterest for my reference, and these are the pumpkins that I found that I thought were really cute that I want to base my sculpts off of. Here are all the sculpted pumpkins. I'm going to bake these in the oven for 15 minutes and then they should be done. Pumpkins are now in the oven, and while I was sculpting those, the glue on this tree finally dried. I got this piece of cardboard. It's actually a cake board, so still cake related, am I right? But yeah, I'm gonna use this as a base so that when I paint doesn't get everywhere. Got all my supplies here, and this is gonna be fun, even though it's like super simple and straightforward. Okay, the tree is done. My pumpkins are also done baking, but I'm just gonna wait for them to cool off. In the meantime, I can go ahead and paint these gravestones. I think I'm gonna do like a base coat of black before I go on with the gray and maybe a few white highlights. I think it'll give it more depth and interest. I have all these like cracks and stuff, so I want those to really pop. And here are the gravestones. So I totally was impatient about letting the base coat dry, but I did like grays and whites on top, and I think they came out really cute. So just need to wait for those to dry, and I think I can start my pumpkins next. All the painting is done, or almost done, because I was looking at one of the reference pictures and I saw that they had included like kind of a small moon in the background. So I got a pair of scissors and I'm just gonna cut off a piece of this cardboard, paint a moon, or try to paint a moon. Alright, so the moon face, or it's not a face yet, but the moon shape that I painted yellow still needs a lot of time to dry. I'll probably finish that tomorrow to give him ample time to dry out. But everything else is pretty much ready to go, so I think I'll just start assembling right now. I took the skeletons out, but I realized they're not posable at all. They're just like one singular molded thing. So I think I'm gonna kind of like break some of them and re-glue it into the poses that I actually want. Scratch doing assembly first. We're gonna work on these dudes. Okay, now let's assemble. It's early the next morning and I decided that I wanted to cut out like little black bats to also hang on the wreath. And so I thought I'd go ahead and, because I don't have black construction paper, to just paint some cardstock black. Wait for that to dry, flip it over, paint the other side, and then hopefully by this afternoon, I think I can cut out little bats. So as you saw previously, I had cut out this yellow circle to make the moon with like a moon face on it, but you can see kind of like the ripples on it, and I'm feeling a little bit lazy, so I went ahead and just printed out that moon face picture I was using from Pinterest. I think I'm just gonna cut them out and stick them on. Maybe try to seal it with some spray so that it's a little bit more weatherproof than just being straight up paper. I'm gonna use this satin finish spray to kind of like cover his face so he becomes a little more weatherproof. I'm assuming it's kind of like Mod Podge, which I also haven't used. But yeah, I'm gonna try this guy out. And here is the final wreath. I think it came out really cute. That's just my dog eating in the background. The moon and the trees. And I can just turn on the light. There's like a little switch behind here. If I can find it. There we go. And then I'll show it with the lights off. Oh, Alexa, turn island off. Yes. I think it came out really cute. Yeah, here it is. Put a ton of glue on these gravestones because they're kind of heavy. Like Sculpey can get really heavy. So if you ever use it for your projects, if you're able to have it hollow on the inside or like scrunched up aluminum tin foil on the inside, that'd be great to kind of lighten the load. And I didn't do it for these because they're kind of like flat. So they're pretty heavy, so I have to use a lot of glue. But otherwise, I think it came out great. I know I have my sunglasses on, but that's just because the sun just set. But yeah, that's the end of my video. I will be back to doing cakes and chocolate sculptures for my next one, so please make sure to check back. But if you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. This was kind of random, not my usual, so I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. All right, bye.